Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our 7 o'clock p.m. session of the January 21st City Council meeting. We're glad to see you all tonight. I'm going to ask our clerk, Ms. Susie McCoy, to please call the roll.
All right. Ms. Sanchez-Jones? Here. Vice Mayor McGuire?
Here.
Mr. Nash?
Here.
Mr. Volleson?
Here.
Mr. Hagan?
Here.
And Mayor Cobb.
Here, and a quorum is present. I'm going to invite us all to stand for the invocation, which will be delivered by Pastor Amy Hodge, and I'll lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Welcome, Dr. Hodge.
Good evening. Jesus said, pray like this. Our Father who art in heaven, holy is your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory. Lord, we ask that you give our mayor, our city manager, the city council, and administrative personnel in the city of Roanoke divine wisdom as they make fair and equitable decisions on matters of importance to us, the citizens. Give them the wisdom and grace to perform their duties. Bless their coming in and their going out. Protect them and keep them in perfect peace. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Would you do the certification of closed meeting? Welcome again, everyone, to our 2025 Youth Tackle Football Scrimmage. You didn't know that's what you were coming for, right? We'll get to that in a minute. It's great to see a room full of people. We have a lot to celebrate tonight, from youth tackle football to our Roanoke Neighborhood Advocates Awards. I know there was a reception held earlier this evening. Congratulations to everyone. This is a beautiful representation of our city of Roanoke, and we are so proud of all of you and grateful to all of you for all you do to make our city and our region such a special place to live and to dwell in. I'm going to ask Councilwoman Sanchez-Jones if she will certify our closed meeting.
I move with respect to any closed meeting just concluded that each member of the city council in attendance certify to the best of his or her knowledge that 1, only public business matters lawfully exempted from open meeting requirements under the Virginia Freedom of Information Act. 2, only such public business matter as were identified in any motion by which any closed meeting was convened or were heard, discussed, or considered by the members of council in attendance.
Second.
All right, Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Ms. Sanchez-Jones?
Aye.
Vice Mayor McGuire? Mr. Nash?
Aye.
Mr. Volleson?
Aye.
Mr. Hagan?
Aye.
And Mayor Cobb.
Aye, and the motion passes. I'm going to ask Milton Hardy if he will join me at the podium for our youth tackle football recognition. So I'm going to share a little bit of information about this recognition, and then we're going to have the teams come up, and when we present the trophy, we'll have you gather up here so that we can get a group photo with everybody. Sound good? Okay. On behalf of the City of Roanoke, we extend our congratulations to all participants of the 2024 Roanoke City Athletics Youth Tackle Football season. This year's championship games were a testament to the dedication, teamwork, and sportsmanship of our young athletes. The Greater Southwest Association 10U team faced the Southeast Recreation Sports in a thrilling defensive matchup. GSA secured an 8-3 victory, earning back-to-back championships. Both teams demonstrated exceptional defensive play, keeping fans on the edge of their seats. In an electrifying contest, Southeast Recreation Sports took on the defending champions, Star City Recreation Club. With impressive offensive performances from both teams, SRS emerged victorious with a 37-27 win, claiming the title. We proudly recognize the accomplishments of the 10U Greater Southwest Association team and the 12U Southeast Recreation Sports team for their outstanding seasons. Additionally, we extend our gratitude to all league participants, Star City, Williamson Road, Greater Southwest Association, and Southeast Recreation Sports for your hard work and commitment throughout this season. Your efforts contribute to the growth of youth sports in our community, fostering teamwork, leadership, and a passion for the game. Thank you to the coaches, families, and volunteers who support our young athletes. We look forward to another exciting season of youth tackle football in Roanoke. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Milton to introduce the teams, and as you invite the teams up, just come on up and we'll gather here for a photo in the presentation.
Thank you, Mayor Cobb. First team we're going to have up is the 10U GSA Patriots. Coach Jimmy, job well done. Thank you so much for what you do, Brad. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Councilman, would you like to stand up? You're at the small one.
All right, Nick, you might actually be perfect. Exactly right there, nobody moves. Okay, everybody, 1, 2, 3. Another one just in case. 1, 2, 3. All right, you're all good. Thank you.
Next, we'll have the 12U SRS team. He won the trophy right now. Good job. Find out. Are you even 12? Check it, right? Okay, Susan, thank you so much for a job well done. I witnessed your game. You did a wonderful job.
You know I'm going. Let's see. Okay, Vivian, I can see everybody except for Vivian. Oh, I need to move perfect. Yes. All right. 1, 2, 3. And one more. 1, 2, 3. All right.
All right, thank you all. Let's give them another big round of applause. right, next this evening, we are excited to announce our Neighborhood Awards presentation. I'm going to invite Molly Hunter to come forward. We have a number of people who are involved in announcing the nominees and the award recipients this evening. So I'll invite up first Amazetta Anderson. There you are. From this side. So you can stick out that way. She's excited.
Can I do just this one, please? Yeah, you know that. Okay. First of all, everybody, thank you all for coming out. And we are very thankful for our council and all these beautiful people and coming out because of what you do. My name is Amazetta Anderson, and I am the chair of the Roanoke Neighborhood Advocacy Board. We're excited to announce the 2024 Neighborhood Awards. This award program recognizes and honors the outstanding contributions, excellence, and accomplishments of neighborhood organizations and civic-minded individuals who have partnered with city departments, schools, nonprofits, businesses, institutions, and others to make physical and/or social improvements to our neighborhoods, connect neighbors and/or neighborhoods with one another, and/or build the capacity of their neighborhood organization to better serve our community. Our first award is the Neighborhood Arts Award, which recognizes a neighborhood project or activity which improves the quality of the arts in the neighborhood, enhances the character of the neighborhood, or improves the surroundings through visual or performing arts. And the nominees are Carolyn Booth, Old Southwest, Jane Gabrielle, Polly Branch, Robin Mitchell, and Samel Ramsey. And the winner of this award is Jane Gabrielle. Okay. Now that you have seen who this beautiful winner is, we want to say Ms. Gabrielle has been a dedicated arts initiator in Northwest Roanoke. She uses her passion and her knowledge of art and history to elevate Northwest. Throughout 2024, she used her talents to support the efforts of the Melrose Rugby Neighborhood Forum, Friends of Evans Springs, Friends of Washington Park, the Humblebees Youth Group, the Daisy Art Parade, Dr. Isaac Barrel Day, and the EPA Community Change Grant Application, and the Kiwanis Club.
Thank you. Thank you. I couldn't have done it without any of those other gals, Robin Mitchell, Polly Branch, Smell Ramsey, Amazetta. There's so many of you. I love you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Our second award is the Neighborhood City Partnership Award. This award recognizes any city department or employee that has provided assistance or resources to a project, program, or activity that improved or enhanced a neighborhood's quality of life. Our nominees are Helen Ferguson and Arts Connect Neighbors, and our winner is Arts Connect Neighbors. Now, this is a big group, but I do want everybody to come up here.
And that includes neighbors who are putting on events, that includes artists.
It's gonna be everyone. Amen, speak. They do it based off of together. They want to.
Okay, I think I can see everybody except for Peter this time. Perfect. Okay, I got every face, nobody moves, don't blink, don't breathe. Step back just a little bit. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right.
Did you want to share about? Just,
For those of you who may not know about the Arts Connect Neighbors program, the Roanoke Arts Commission and Roanoke Cultural Endowment launched Arts Connect Neighbors in 2024. Through the program, community members can request free workshops and performances put on by a catalog of local artists. The program has been a huge success. Artist facilitators provide built-in event planning support, which allows neighbors to host art events, creating and strengthening relationships within the community.
Our third award is the Neighborhood Communications Award. This award is intended to recognize excellence in quality and creativity in neighborhood-oriented publications and/or other neighborhood communications outreach activities. The nominees are Jessica Madhorn, Greater Daily Neighborhood Association, and Molly Hunter. And the winner is the Greater Daily Neighborhood Association. Okay.
Vivian, can you move? Perfect. I need my camera out, don't I? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, we're good to go.
Vivian, can you read about the paragraph about the neighborhood association?
During the 2024 Greater Daily reestablished its neighborhood association with a new website. That Roanoke? GDNRoanoke.org, and monthly newsletters to keep its members and neighbors informed on all activities with the Greater Daily neighborhood as well as the city of Roanoke. Thank you.
Our fourth award in the Neighborhood Community Partnership Award, is the Neighborhood Community Partnership Award. This award is for contributions made by a business, nonprofit, school, or other institution to improve the surrounding neighborhood or community. The nominees: the Hope Center, Wasena Neighborhood Association, or Neighborhood Forum, and the Tree Stewards of Roanoke. And the winner is the Hope Center. Center, located on 11th Street and led by Darlene Lewis, is a community center that offers a wide variety of services. These include a food pantry, clothing closet, as well as offering hot meals and classes to the community. This award specifically recognizes the center's ongoing dedication to protecting vulnerable populations during temperature extremes. As extreme weather continues to disproportionately affect marginalized communities, the Hope Center has opened its doors with a place to cool down in extreme heat and get warm during frigid temperatures. It was also a primary stakeholder in the Hope for Heat Resilience Project.
All right. We need you guys to squish in together. All right, council, you're perfect.
Oh.
You're good. I was. If you think you're not in a window, I trust you. You got it. Okay. All right. Darlene, how many move right? Or just a little bit over? Okay. Then you behind. Yes. Okay. Nobody move a muscle. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right.
I also want to commend the Hope Center for being one of our warming shelters during these very cold temperatures. Thank you all for your extra work.
Good evening, everyone. Our fifth award is the Neighborhood Improvement Award. This award recognizes a neighborhood project or activity which improves, enhances, and/or maintains the quality of life in their community. The nominees this year are Garden Variety Harvest, One Valley, Bree Rains, and Tom Carr and Pedal Safe Roanoke. The drum roll. And the winner is Tom Carr and Pedal Safe Roanoke. Without the project management skills of Tom Carr and Pedal Safe Roanoke's support and fiscal management, the Ferdinand Street Mural Project could never have been accomplished. Mr. Carr approached the city in early 2024 requesting support for an AARP challenge grant to install artistic traffic calming measures along Riverside and Ferdinand Avenues between Wasena Terrace and Day Avenue. Pedal Safe Roanoke secured the funding, which combined with Mr. Carr's advocacy garnered strong support from local neighborhoods for proposed changes to make the street safer for all. Additionally, this initiative paved the way for continued investment in the city's infrastructure with further improvements expected this spring.
Okay. All right. I think again, we got it perfect. I'm just going to have you switch just a little bit. Perfect. Okay. And Peter, I'm so sorry. Actually, if you could move closer. Yep. You got it. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. We're good to go.
Our sixth award is the Neighborhood Volunteer Leadership Award. This award is for an individual who has given outstanding service to their community. The nominees, Joanne and Jerome Hayden, Brenda White, Jim Hosch, and Bernadette B.J. Lark. And the winner is Brenda White. Brenda White is a community member who has been leading a widely successful senior crafts group at Melrose Library. Ms. White pays for the craft supplies out of her own pocket, and the group is so popular that they often run out of space for participants. Anita Bean, the Melrose Library branch manager, describes Ms. White as a dear heart. Thank you, Ms. White, for all you do for our community.
seventh award is the Neighborhood Youth Volunteer Award. This award recognizes outstanding volunteer contributions by a single youth, ages 18 and under, or group which improves or positively affects the lives and living conditions of individuals in their neighborhood. So, the nominees are Kids in the Community, John P. Fishwick Middle School, James Madison Middle School Community Builders Club, Jameer Ramsey, Da Humble Bees, and Daniel Horn. And the winner is Jameer Ramsey. So Mr. Ramsey spent his summer interning with the city's Department of Technology and volunteering at the Gainsborough and Williamson Road branch libraries. As a library volunteer, he provided invaluable support to students and staff during the summer STEM program with Strokes of Genius LLC. He has participated in esports tournaments hosted by Strokes of Genius, Blacks in Technology, and the Roanoke City Department of Parks and Recreation. He volunteered at the Kids Farmers Market in August, served as technician for the Henry Street Festival, is a member of the Youth Service Citizens Board, and has participated in the City of Roanoke's Teen Apprenticeship Program.
Our eighth and final award is the Neighborhood All-Star Award. This recognizes the exceptional accomplishments of an eligible neighborhood organization, institution, or individual who may have received one or more nominations in one or more of the Neighborhood Partnership Awards categories. The Roanoke Neighborhood Advocates considered 3 recipients for this award: Jane Gabrielle, Garden Variety Harvest, and Jim Hosch and the Wasena Neighborhood Forum. The winner is Garden Variety Harvest. Now, I want to tell you a little story about this after I read this. Garden Variety Harvest is an urban farm operating on small plots of leased and borrowed land in Roanoke. Its work includes partnerships with LEAP to provide locally sourced, affordable, fresh produce for Roanoke residents, events that grow the local food system, and opportunities for community connection. The event space at Lick Run Farm is an important community asset, and Garden Variety Harvest has been responsible for organizing Okra Fest, right here in Roanoke, and regular farmers markets at the location on 10th Street. In 2024, Garden Variety Harvest completed a fundraising campaign to acquire Lick Run Farm and keep it in the hands of community members indefinitely. For its outstanding dedication to growing Roanoke's local food system, we congratulate Garden Variety Harvest, Roanoke's 2024 All-Star Award winner. Now, I can't give you the full story, but Cam and family, some of the family, came here a number of years ago, and he started doing urban farming in people's yards, just through conversations he had, relationships that he built. He's continued to grow this. He paved the way for us to change some of our zoning ordinances to allow for urban farming in the city, which is really instrumental. And then his brother and his parents followed him to Roanoke. So not only do we celebrate Garden Variety Harvest, but we celebrate a family that's together here in Roanoke doing amazing work in our community. And the winner of the blue drape is the amazing Molly Hunter.
Yeah, no worries, yeah. I've been to many of these where this has happened, so,
There's no sense in doing it.
yeah.
And we just,
For me, it's, right, especially with labor meetings, which I kind of anticipate this one's going to be.
Thank you, everyone, for your patience. We'll move on in our agenda now. We're now shifting to our public hearings. We have 3 this evening. The first is a request of Rockwood Ranch LLC to repeal proffered conditions at 2945 Peters Creek Road Northwest, bearing official tax map number 6410103. The conditions proposed for repeal adopted through the enactment of ordinance number 32658-092595, dated September 25th, 1995, regulate the building height, architectural style, use, screening, stormwater management, access, and location of development on the property. And Ben Crew, agent, is the spokesperson. We have one measure, an ordinance, and I need a motion and second.
So moved.
Second.
Madam Clerk, will you please read the title paragraph?
An ordinance to repeal ordinance number 32658-092595, adopted September 25th, 1995, to the extent that it placed certain conditions on property located at 2945 Peters Creek Road Northwest, bearing official tax map number 6410103, and dispensing with the second reading of this ordinance.
Thank you. Mr. Crew, welcome. Do you have anything you'd like to say before we open the public hearing?
No comments, just be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to open the public hearing, and do we have any citizens wishing to be heard on this matter?
No, sir.
Okay. Then I will close the public hearing. Any questions or comments from members of council? All right, then I think we are ready to call the roll, Madam Clerk.
All right. Ms. Sanchez Jones?
Aye.
Vice Mayor McGuire?
Aye.
Mr. Nash?
Aye.
Mr. Volleson?
Aye.
Mr. Hagan?
Aye.
And Mayor Cobb.
Aye, and the ordinance is Adopted. Sometimes they're resolutions, sometimes they're ordinances. One to get it right. Our second item is a request of Riverdale Southeast LLC, 1919 9th Street LLC, Riverdale Med 1 LLC, Riverdale WL LLC, Riverdale Woods LLC, and Industry Drive Partners LLC to rezone property located at 1912, 1919, and 4 parcels addressed as 09th Street Southeast, 1745, 1906, and 0 Progress Drive Southeast, and 943 Industry Avenue Southeast, bearing official tax map numbers 417-0101, 417-0104, 417-0401, 417-0107, 417-0108, 417-0402, 417-0403, 425-0301, 425-0303, 425-0305, and 417-0106, respectively, from D, Downtown District with conditions I-1, Light Industrial, and UF, Urban Flex District, to UC, Urban Center District, with a condition. C. Cooper Yule, the fourth, is the agent. Mr. Yule, are you here? Would you like to say anything before we consider the measure?
Mayor Cobb, members of council, I'm just here to answer any questions anybody might have.
Okay, thank you. We do have an ordinance, and I need a motion and second.
So moved.
Second.
Madam Clerk, will you please read the title paragraph?
An ordinance to rezone certain property located at 1912, 1919, and 4 parcels addressed as 09th Street Southeast and 1745, 1906, and 0 Progress Drive Southeast, and 943 Industry Avenue Southeast, bearing official tax map numbers 417-0101, 417-0104, 417-0401, 417-0107, 417-0108, 417-0402, 417-0403, 425-0301, 425-0303, 425-0305, and 417-0106 from D, Downtown District with conditions, and I-1, Light Industry District, and UF, Urban Flex District, to UC, Urban Center District with conditions proffered by the applicants, and dispensing with the second reading of this ordinance by title. I believe I missed something there. Let's see, from Downtown District with conditions, I-1 Light Industrial District, and UF Urban Flex District to UC Urban Center District with conditions proffered by the applicants, and dispensing with the second reading of this ordinance by title. I believe
you.
that's complete now.
And the music video of that ordinance reading can be found. That's a lot.
That's a
It's
lot.
a lot of detail, but it's really important for our record. Thank you. The City Planning Commission does recommend approval for this ordinance, and I will now open the public hearing. Do we have any citizens wishing to be heard?
No, sir.
I will close the public hearing. Any questions or comments from council? All right. Then, Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Ms. Sanchez Jones?
Aye.
Vice Mayor McGuire?
Aye.
Mr. Nash?
Aye.
Mr. Volleson?
Aye.
Mr. Hagan?
Aye.
And Mayor Cobb.
Aye, and the ordinance is adopted. Thank you. Thank you all for being here tonight. Item number 3 is the request of the Foundry Realty LLC to, 1, close by vacation an approximately 0.0584 acre portion of Russell Avenue Southwest at the intersection with Penn Street Southwest, being adjacent to property located at 2415 Russell Avenue Southwest, official tax map number 1420201, and 2, rezone the property located at 2415 Russell Avenue Southwest, 614 and 9 parcels addressed as 0 Bridge Street Southwest, and the portion of right-of-way to be vacated adjacent to official tax map number 1420201, bearing official tax map numbers 1420201, 1420307, 1420313, 1420312, 1420311, 1420310, 1420309, 1420308, 1420306, 1420305, 1420304 respectively, from I-2 Heavy Industrial District and I-1 Light Industrial District to UC Urban Center District with a condition, bin crew agent spokesperson. We have one measure and ordinance, and I need a motion and a second.
Move the resolution.
Second.
Madam Clerk, will you please read the title paragraph?
An ordinance, one permanently vacating, discontinuing, and closing an approximately 0.0584 acre portion of Russell Avenue Southwest at the intersection of Penn Street Southwest, being adjacent to property located at 2415 Russell Avenue Southwest, bearing official tax map number 1420201, as more particularly described hereinafter as to rezone certain property located at 2415 Russell Avenue Southwest, 614, and 9 parcels addressed as 0 Bridge Street Southwest, and portion of the right-of-way to be vacated adjacent to official tax map number 1420201, bearing official tax map numbers 1420201, 1420307, 1420313, 1420312, 1420311, 1420310, 1420309, 1420308, 1420306, 1420306, 1420305, and 1420304 respectively, from I-2 Heavy Industrial District to I-1 Light Industrial District to UC Urban Center District with condition proffered by the applicant, and dispensing with the second reading of this ordinance by title.
Thank you, Ms. McCoy. Mr. Crew, love for you. I know this has been through a thorough process, but for those watching, this is an exciting proposal. Would you be willing to share some more details about what all this is helping to make possible?
Sure, be happy to do that. Good evening, members of council. I'm Ben Crew with Balzer and Associates, the agent for this request. Have the opportunity to stand before you today on behalf of the contract purchaser, and there's two of them with me today, Mr. Greg Cackness and Mr. David Dobman, who are the brains behind the operation and this basically reimagining of the Walker Foundry. And so they've been spending a lot of hard time and effort going through this to get to this point, to have a concept plan, to have an idea about where they're headed. We had the opportunity to have a neighborhood meeting. We've had multiple applications working with staff to get to this point. We're excited to have staff support. We're excited to have planning commission support. Excited to be before you this evening. So there's a lot of momentum that I think this project can kind of bolster for that area of Norwich. Spent a lot of time at the neighborhood meeting and sending out mailers and talking to folks, and so it's been a real collaborative process that from the internal development team we're pretty proud of. And so I'd be happy to answer any questions, or if I can invite the contract purchasers to share anything, I'd be happy to do that.
That'd be great.
So this is Greg Cackness, and I'll let him share just a couple thoughts.
Welcome,
and
Mr. Cackness.
Be happy to answer any questions.
Yeah, I don't know, I don't think I've met any of you yet, unfortunately, but pleasure to meet you all. I wasn't prepared for a speech. I would answer any questions, or if you want to if you want me to introduce myself, where I came from, and what we're doing at the foundry, but
Well, let me first open the public hearing, and we'll hear from any citizens that may have signed up. Do we have any citizens? Okay. That was easy. We'll close the public hearing. Council members, do you have questions? Yes,
I just
Mr.
wanted
Volleson?
to make a comment. The city has put a lot of investment with the Greenway in that area, and I'm so excited to see us zoning from industrial and light industrial to urban center. I think this is going to be great for Norwich and great for the city, a new hub right there against the Greenway. So thank you for your hard work in getting to this point, and we look forward to what you're doing in the future.
thank you very much. I feel the same way.
Other questions, comments? Well, Mr. Cackness, I've not had the opportunity to meet you, but I've heard a little bit about how you arrived here and how you've really begun this process, and I know you have some family here, and I really admire your willingness to reimagine this space and be so considerate of the dynamics of the neighborhood around it and the amenities that you can add. It's really lovely. So thank you for everything.
Well, thanks to my granddaughter, I followed her to here, so.
That seems to be a theme tonight. Family members following family members to Roanoke, and we like to hear that.
Yes.
Right, I would like to wait for Ms. Sanchez-Jones if she, yeah. So you have a minute if you'd like to share any more specifics about what you're imagining for the area.
Well, I'll tell you, when I came to Roanoke, I would walk down the Greenway as far as you could get with my granddaughter, and it ended right at Bridge Street. And I was fascinated by the location. My family lives in Grandin. I grew up in New England. I grew up, we had a lot of post-industrial areas, textile mills, paper mills, all along the river. And I started my first business outside of Boston on an old industrial site, and this reminded me of that site. And I imagined what it could be. And when I first saw it, the Greenway wasn't there, the buildings were still there. It was a mess. But I didn't see that. I really didn't. I have to say, I would bring friends of mine. I think some of you might have read that I'm a big pickleball player, so everybody I knew in town at the time was a fellow pickleballer, and I would take them down there and I would say, look at this place. This place could be great, and they'd look at me like I had 3 heads, But yeah, I've said a few times that the first thing that struck me about the site, and Roanoke in general, Southwest Virginia, is how much it reminds me of northern New England. It's just like home. And the second thing that I just saw this incredible potential for this area. And I think that, it's almost an accident that I happened to show up at the right time. And so I think it's all working out. And we've gotten a lot of support from the city. Like Ben said, I've made a concerted effort to reach out to the community. And we've had a lot of support from the community. So it's really validating.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Any other questions or comments from council? And Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Ms. Sanchez-Jones?
Aye.
Vice Mayor McGuire?
Aye.
Mr. Nash?
Aye.
Mr. Volleson?
Aye.
Mr. Hagan?
Aye.
And Mayor Cobb.
Aye, and the ordinance is adopted. Thank you all so much. Our next item is the hearing of citizens upon public matters. This is a time that council sets aside as a priority for citizens to be heard. And as deemed appropriate, matters will be referred to the city manager for her response, recommendation, or report to the council. Madam Clerk, do we have citizens signed up to speak this
We
evening?
do. We have approximately 6
Okay.
speakers.
Great. If you'll call 2 at a time, that'd be
All right.
wonderful.
The first 2 speakers, Tom Blanton, and Frida Cathcart.
Welcome, Mr. Bland.
Thank you. I'm here to talk about real estate valuation. Am I here on the correct day?
That's fine, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, Mr. Mayor, members of City Council, I've owned property in the city of Roanoke for 35 years. The purpose of my statement today is to respectfully ask that City Council consider lowering the real estate tax rate by at least 2 cents per $100 of valuation. The 3 reasons for asking for this rate reduction are as follows. Am I here on the right day?
Yes, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Residential real estate assessments are set to rise by 12% in 2025. This is on top of a big increase last year. The inflation rate for 2024 was 2.9%. Unless the tax rate is lowered, the city will receive 9% more in taxes than the inflation rate. That massive increase in taxes is excessive, and part of it should be returned to the taxpayers in the form of a rate reduction. Even if a 2% rate decrease is factored in, the city will still receive a windfall of 7% over the inflation rate. The massive increases in property taxes will result in higher rents for residents. There is a lot of talk about the need for affordable housing. It is difficult to provide affordable housing with costs rising at the rate of 12% per year. In my own business, a number of my clients have been with me for over 15 years. 2 of my clients are cafeteria workers in Roanoke City schools. A number are retired and on Social Security. Some work as CNAs. They are people on fixed incomes who can ill afford large increases in rent, which are inevitable if costs rise at 12% per year. In the past, City Council has lowered the tax rate to offset assessment increases, so there is a precedent for lowering the rate. Other localities have also in the past lowered the tax rate to offset increases in tax assessments. In closing, in fairness to the residents and taxpayers, I respectfully ask that City Council consider a reduction in property taxes of at least 2 cents per $100 of assessment, so that part of the proposed 12% increase in taxes is returned to the taxpayers. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Very well done. I don't see Ms. Cathcart. Hey, who are our next 2 speakers?
Okay, Dwayne Howard and Candace Verway.
Welcome, Mr. Howard.
Good evening. I'd like to welcome you, Mayor Cobb, as our new mayor and our distinguished new members of City Council. It's great to see you all. I'd like to add an extra amen to the previous gentleman. That's an issue I'd like to speak on at another council meeting. Mayor Cobb and honorable members of City Council, I stand before you today seeking fairness and justice for the voters of our fair city. Mayor Cobb, as a distinguished man of the cloth, I call upon you to do the right and honorable thing a man of the cloth would do, and that is to select Evelyn Powers to fill your vacant seat on City Council. Reverend Cobb, everyone knows how close you came to losing your bid for, for mayor. Evelyn Powers received 13,000 votes from the citizens who wanted her on this council. As a man of the cloth, you have a moral obligation to have her sit up there with you all. Every bit as much as to why you, I messed up somewhere. But anyway, I saw this afternoon City Council and all of the awesome comments concerning Trish White Boyd. I've known Trish White Boyd and have worked with her on some issues, and I have no disagreement with any of the comments, the great comments and her service. But, you know, you all ran for City Council. Put yourself in the same position if you had come in fourth after the time and the money that it takes to run for a council seat and you didn't quite make it. Don't you think that you deserve to be selected for that council seat? We can't get 13,000 citizens to come here and speak for you, to speak on behalf of Evelyn. But I pray that you all will do the honorable thing and select Evelyn to be on City Council. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Candace Verway. She's not here.
Good
Welcome.
evening. Congratulations to the new members and congratulations to the new mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me say first, I'm not a Democrat, and I'm not a Republican. I don't even do politics. So for me to be here is very, very unusual. But I feel very inclined to speak today because I'm concerned about the decision you guys and gals have to make filling the council seat. Why am I concerned? Because while I know there's a lot of, well, I shouldn't say a lot, there's many, I guess, applicants. Apparently, there's two more prominent ones, Evelyn Powers and Trish White Boyd is also being considered. And I understand, remember, I don't do politics, that she had an opportunity to run for council, but she elected not to. Correct me if I'm wrong. And because during the election, two council members endorsed Evelyn Powers. Peter wrote, "Vote for Evelyn Powers. She has great knowledge and expertise and experience and will be an asset on council." Then our prior mayor said, "Normally, I'm a straight Democratic guy. However, I don't know Mr. Woods, but I do know Evelyn, and I'm inclined to support her." Third, Trish commented to the Rambler, where am I here? That Evelyn Powers is my colleague, as she is currently the Democratic elected treasurer for the city of Roanoke. And she went on to further elaborate about the experience Evelyn would bring to the council. So I ask you today, if she was well qualified to support during the election because she had such great knowledge, experience, and would be an asset then, why not now? I don't even know Evelyn, never met her. But I will say, when I watched her interviews, read her writings during the election, I was very impressed by her background, knowledge, understanding of the city, and her understanding of the citizens' concern. So much so that I actually changed who and how I was going to vote. She came in fourth in the election, where 3 seats were open. She garnered 13,000 votes, despite entering the election later in the cycle, and raised second to lowest, I believe, in campaign funds. She didn't have that much money to deal with. May I finish?
You can go ahead and finish.
Thank you. She brings 43 years of audit and treasury experience to council. All that to me says something. The voters have spoken. So I ask you again, if she was qualified during the election cycle, why not now? Please appoint very qualified Evelyn Powers to fill the vacant seat. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. Ms. Cathcart just arrived.
Okay.
We'll let you relax for a little bit. Let's go ahead with the other two, and then we'll come back.
I will. The next speaker, David Gifford and Emily Kate Copenhaver.
Welcome.
Thank you. Mr. Mayor, distinguished council members, you'll like what I had to say because it's very short. And it's not an emotional talk. Evelyn Powers came in fourth. It is only the right thing to do to put her in that empty seat. She has the experience needed by this council. She needs to be in that empty seat. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Emily Kate, there we go.
Welcome.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, City Manager, Council. So my intention today is to talk about my former boss, Trish White-Boyd. I believe that, I want to keep it to her, but I also believe that my most compelling argument to make is more personal than it is political tonight. Although this weekend, I'm not personally rooting for A.J. Brown's team to win, I've been learning a lot from the book that he got caught reading on the sideline. It's called Inner Excellence. But he likes to point out how Dean Smith talks a lot about winning versus the process it takes to get there. I think I'm looking maybe, I forgot to check it, but I think maybe someone up here maybe got fourth in a city council race at one point, and now today they're the vice mayor. And they're the vice mayor for 4 years. And so that shows how coming back and campaigning again is really a process, and how winning your seat is just part of an excellent process. So I think election day might be the only day when win-loss is a binary. I think hard decisions on this type of council mean you're going to lose more than you win, and you might lose every single day. But what I've come to see is that you were voted to make hard choices, and you were put here to either, we can either choose Trish, but that doesn't mean that Evelyn didn't run a fantastic campaign. It doesn't mean that more than 13,000 people believed in her. I think all it means is that now we can teach her the lessons that there were to learn in all of y'all's campaigns getting here in the first place. Something that I think resonates a lot with me in terms of this 2-year seat is that Trish has unfinished business. I think it's a lot to learn, and 2 years is a really short time period to get a lot done. But someone who's been on here for a while, I think the continuity effort holds a little water here. But she pointed out how, I think with the story of Henrietta Lacks, we're shown that revolutionary contributions can come from unexpected forms. Her HeLa cells is what kind of put Roanoke maybe on the map in terms of biotechnology. I think that's something that I learned a lot from Trish, also learned at Virginia Western, our public college here. I think Dr. Lindbergh is really big on showing students HeLas themselves. We grew them in a class that I took with her. And Dr. Juno took us to the water treatment plant. He kind of got me really reinvigorated into the municipal works that we have and kind of the cool things that go on there. So having received world-class medical treatment myself at the NIH, I was in a study on Lyme disease. I like to think of myself as someone who contributed in a way that Henrietta Lacks did. And it's maybe I don't have the most money or the most physical abilities, but I like to think that there was something to learn by the medical condition that I had, and that I got public treatment for. So I would like to say I came back to Roanoke to get back on my feet. Trish was a really big part of my journey, and so she understands what it's like.
Thank you very much.
Okay, now Ms. Cathcart.
Welcome.
Thank you, and thank you for giving me a chance to catch my breath. I'm recovering from Lyme disease. I've actually been very sick for over a month now, where it's affected my heart. Well, I have minor heart damage. It's affected my liver and some other things. So I would not have come down here tonight, and it took a lot of effort for me to come down here tonight if it wasn't something I felt was really important. So first of all, I want to say congratulations to the new council members. I am so excited about this new council because of how well-rounded you are, the different expertise that you all bring to the table: urban planning, healthcare, community spiritual support, environment, schools, legal. But we're missing somebody really important, somebody that could bring a lot of perspective to this council, and that is Evelyn Powers' experience in Roanoke. I'm sorry, I'm just going to pause for a second because this clock isn't moving, so I'm not sure how much time I have. And I don't want to go on and on because I'm sure you all are probably ready to go home at this point.
2 minutes.
Oh, if you don't mind setting it at 3, well, okay. Evelyn and I have had conversations about one of the big issues that's affecting Roanoke City right now, and that's housing. She's somebody who would bring a lot of experience and depth to this council when it comes to housing because of her experience with the Treasury and the real estate part of it. We have a lot of empty housing units in Roanoke City that are being held irresponsibly because they are just sitting empty to reduce the supply and increase the demand, driving the cost up and making people homeless. And I don't know what the answers is, but I think that Evelyn would be a good person to work that out with, to bring that perspective to the council. And I think that's really important for the city of Roanoke. And you guys have some great applicants to pick from that have served our city and community really well. But I think you really need to put, with your decision-making, where we are right now, the group of you, what the city's problems are, and who's the best person to address them. And I think in this moment of time, Evelyn is that person. I think she's ready to step up. She's served our city well for years and years and years. People trust her, and she's really smart. Anyhow, I really hope that you pick her, and I really thank all the other applicants for being willing to serve, and thank you so much for what you do for the city. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was all the speakers.
Okay, thank you. But we do have 3 walk-on items this evening for consideration. The first is a joint resolution with the Board of Supervisors of Roanoke County related to the Recreation Facilities Authority. And I'll ask our clerk to please read. Actually, do I have a motion to adopt the resolution?
Move the resolution.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Madam Clerk, will you please read the title paragraph?
Yes, sir. A joint resolution of the City Council of Roanoke City, Virginia, and the Board of Supervisors of Roanoke County, Virginia, expressing support for legislation authorizing the Board of Supervisors of Roanoke County, Virginia, to acquire parcels in Roanoke County, Virginia, and Bedford County, Virginia, known as Explore Park.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from council? All right. If you'll please call the roll.
Ms. Sanchez Jones?
Aye.
Vice Mayor McGuire?
Aye.
Mr. Nash?
Aye.
Mr. Volleson?
Aye.
Mr. Hagan?
Aye.
And Mayor Cobb.
Aye, and the resolution is adopted. The second item is a resolution related to personnel and specifically the city manager's employment agreement and an amendment to that. Do I have a motion and a second?
So moved.
Second.
Madam Clerk, will you please read the title paragraph?
Yes, sir. A resolution authorizing the city attorney to draft an amendment to Section 2, paragraph B of the city manager's employment agreement to change the identified compensation plan from a deferred compensation plan under Internal Revenue Code Section 457 to a 401A defined contribution plan, and authorizing the mayor to execute such amendment on behalf of the city.
Any questions or comments from council? All right, please call the roll.
All right. Ms. Sanchez Jones? Aye. Vice Mayor McGuire?
Aye.
Mr. Nash?
Aye.
Mr. Volleson?
Aye.
Mr. Hagan?
Aye.
And Mayor Cobb.
Aye, and the resolution is adopted. The final item is an ordinance amending the effective date of pay increases for appointed personnel, and I need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
Madam Clerk, will you please read the title paragraph?
I
Do you
don't
this
have
one?
that measure. All right, thank you so much. Now, please tell me again who moved and who second.
I second. I moved.
Okay, thank you. An ordinance amending the effective date of the pay increases set forth in ordinance number 43116-121624, adopted by City Council on December 16, 2024, from July 1, 2025 to January 1, 2025, and dispensing with the second reading of this ordinance by title.
All right, thank you. Any questions or comments? All right, will you please call the roll?
Yes. Ms. Sanchez Jones? Aye. Vice Mayor McGuire?
Aye.
Mr. Nash?
Aye.
Mr. Volleson?
Aye.
Mr. Hagan?
Aye.
And Mayor Cobb.
Aye, and the ordinance is adopted. There being no further business set forth to come before the council, this council meeting is adjourned.